Hey guys, it's Tara from 40BelowFruity. I'm back to making videos, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about how I transitioned from a fully raw diet to a cooked vegan diet, why I did it, and how I dealt with the emotional and physical side effects from it. Okay, so this is my first video I'm making being back in Canada, being back a part of the YouTube community again. It feels good to be back. I really miss making videos, and I really missed having your comments and putting content out regularly, so I'm going to be doing videos again for you guys every single day. And today's video is how I transitioned from a fully raw diet to a cooked diet. So for those of you who don't know why I would go from eating raw for 6 years to all of a sudden eating cooked, is because I recently went and joined the Sea Shepherd ship in the Sea of Cortez, the Farley Mowat, and I was living on board the ship for 3 months, and a raw food diet just isn't conducive to ship life. I've done it before on the Sea Shepherd ships, and it's more stressful than anything. So if you want to find out more about that and what I was doing down there with Sea Shepherd, and why raw food diet doesn't work on the ship, you can check out the link right here. I did a Q&A about my experience with Sea Shepherd. First things first, how did I transition from a fully raw diet for 6 years to a cooked vegan diet? So in about March of this year, I started adding in some simple cooked veggies like steamed greens, steamed broccoli, baked sweet potatoes, and then when I went to Bali for my yoga teacher training, I started eating more complicated cooked foods like curries and grains like rice and some beans. And I didn't really want to eat cooked food, so it was actually challenging for me. I'm not the type of person who secretly yearns to eat potatoes and rice and things like that, or cooked vegan pizzas. I actually genuinely enjoy eating raw food, so starting to eat cooked was a real head trip for me because it wasn't something that felt natural anymore. It wasn't something that felt normal, especially eating hot food. That was really weird. But it was a sacrifice I was willing to make because I really wanted to go and join the ship and be able to go out to sea and be okay on campaign and not get sick and not feel like I had to eat raw and feel really stressed like I did last time that I was on the ship. So these are the things that I did. These are the daily practices that I had to eat cooked food and feel okay. Because I didn't feel my best, I won't lie. Cooked food is definitely not the way that I feel my best. I love eating raw. That's why I have a channel devoted to raw food. And the daily practices that I did. The first one was that I had to get up at about 3 to 3:30 every day for my quartermaster watch on the ship. So the first thing that I did every single day without fail was to make a hot tea. And usually it was mint tea because mint helps with digestion. But I remember from being in the cold in Canada for so long that in the wintertime, what really helps my digestion is hot tea. And even though it was really hot in Mexico, like really hot, it was in the desert and it was 40 degrees Celsius every day, pretty much. It was interesting to drink a hot tea, but it still really helped with my digestion. So as soon as I would wake up, I'd have a little bit of water and then have that hot tea, and it always helped. And then the second thing that I did was before I left Canada, I stocked up on digestive enzymes. And I'm not affiliated with any brand of digestive enzyme. I just went to Shoppers Drug Mart, which is a store in Canada, and picked some up, whatever brand they had really. And I'm not usually one to promote taking pills or supplements, but I really feel like if you have eaten raw food for a long time and you no longer have the enzymes in your stomach to digest cooked food, then taking a digestive supplement really will help. And I experimented a lot with trying to figure out what time of day worked best and how many. Should I take them before meals, after meals? I did a lot of experimentation while I was on the ship until I found what worked for me. And ultimately what worked for me was having 5 digestive enzyme tablets. I know it's a lot, but I have a history of digestive problems and this really helped me. So I would take 5 after my tea at 3:30 a.m. every morning, and having those 5 digestive enzymes just sped everything along. The next thing I did was focus on eating very slowly. Sometimes I get in the habit of eating on the go when I'm editing videos or traveling or something like that. When I'm eating raw food, I'll drink a smoothie really fast or I'll eat my salad very fast. And it's easy when you're eating raw because even if you don't focus on chewing properly or eating slowly, your digestion is still pretty great. but that's not the same with cooked food, like at all. Definitely not the same. So what I would have to do at each meal is focus on eating really, really slowly. Mindfully chew each bite. And that was advice I got from a friend of mine, Katie, from 2 Healthy Fit Vegans here on YouTube and Instagram. And Katie had transitioned from eating a raw food diet to a cooked food diet. And she told me, what you gotta do is you gotta eat really slowly. Take deep breaths in between each bite, focus on the food you're eating, and just slow down. Because from my own experience, I found it was so easy to overeat on cooked food, where that never really happened to me eating raw. So it was really different. And if you overeat on cooked food, because the food is so dense and calorically dense as well, and it's not really high in water content or fiber, when you eat too much of it, you get a sick feeling afterwards. And I found that a couple times I would just be really hungry and scarf down a bunch of food, and then it made me feel sick. And it's really easy to overeat. So slowing down, mindfully eating, mindfully chewing much more than I would have before really, really helped with just feeling less stressed at meals as well, and then just having really good digestion. The next thing I did was include raw foods in every meal I ate on the ship, no matter what. So I would start every day with my regular smoothie, usually the one that I would have here in Canada, and I have for the last 6 years. And I'd have soy milk in it because that's what we had available on the ship. And then come lunchtime, the regular vegan foods would be served. So things like pasta and rice and beans and veggies and bread, things like that. Convenient foods and delicious foods, definitely. But there was also a really big salad served every day as well for lunch and for dinner. So even though I just wanted to take the big bowl of salad and eat it all by myself, I couldn't do that. But I took as much as I possibly could, and I always made sure to eat my salad before I ate anything else. I found that it was really important for me to include some raw foods in every cooked meal that I ate, just to help with digestion. So I would have some of the regular cooked vegan foods as well, but I would have less of them, and I would also try to eat as minimally processed foods as possible. So putting things like rice in my salad or pasta in my salad, and trying to avoid some of the fake meats and really heavily fried or oily, salty foods. And the last and probably the most important thing that I did when I was transitioning to eating cooked food again was to accept that I was eating cooked food. Because I really didn't want to. Like, I really, really didn't want to. I really wish that I couldn't make raw food work on the ship. And maybe one day I will be able to. I'm still holding out hope that it's possible. But I had to accept that I was gonna eat cooked food, I was going to have to eat it for a few months, it was gonna be the way it was, and I didn't have to fight against it. So basically I let go of any resistance that I had to any thoughts I had about cooked food, or what I thought it was doing to my body, or anything like that. Still, there were some physical side effects that I'm going to talk about in another video, but having that acceptance and just realizing that I didn't have to fight at every meal, and I could just accept that I was eating cooked food and try to enjoy it as much as possible, really helped with my mental state on the ship. Alright, so that's it. Those are the steps I took to eat cooked food and feel okay in my body. I've got a ton of other videos coming for you guys. I'm so excited to be filming new videos. I'm going to be talking about how I transitioned back to eating raw, because I am raw again and I love it. I feel amazing. And also answer some questions about the physical and emotional side effects that I had while I was eating cooked food, because I definitely experienced a lot of weird, interesting side effects. So if you have any questions about my cooked food experience, you want to know more information or know what I dealt with, just put your comments or your questions in the comment section below, and I will get to them in another video. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. I am stoked to be back making videos for you guys. And if you want to see any new videos from me, you have any specific things you want me to talk about or film, let me know and I will make them. And as always, thanks so much for your support, and I will see you guys next time. Pepsi, don't you want to say hi to the camera? Do you want to say hi to the camera? Let everybody know that you're back? Oh, that's okay. Another time.